Hello! How you doing, my Bradley? Hope you're doing well as always. So, Wednesday, Q&A Wednesday. If this is your first video seeing me of doing this, people write in, they submit their questions to little old me, and via my Facebook page. If you go to my Facebook page, give it a like when you're there, submit your question to me, and I will do my damnedest to get back to you. So there's lots of you have sent questions in, and so I've got a bit of a backlog, but I promise you I will get through all of them. Well, I say all of them because some people repeat the question, and if you just look back at my old Q&A videos, you'll see the answers to it, you know. So anyway, first question. Matthew Bellamy asks, thank you Matthew for the very kind comments you've said here, a lot of you can see. But basically he's asked if you have any tips to being a musician in England by coming from abroad, or any ways to come to England making music, and also if a record label accepts demos. Well Matthew, to make it as a musician from coming abroad, I think, you know, it's the same if you're from any given country, if you're going to another country, you know, it's just hard work. I mean, the industry has changed a lot in the last, you know, from 10 years ago, never mind 20 years ago. So a lot of it now is online, and regarding record labels, they want you to do all the hard work first, and then they will get you on their books, so to speak, and then try and take all your royalties, pretty much. But you know, any tips? It's just doing it. You know, it's just doing it. Like I say, an online thing, like I'm doing now. You know, I've been building my online, you know, presence up, and you know, as well as getting the name out that I'm a guitarist, but also that I write songs and create music as well. And a new EP is going to be coming out for me very, very soon. So keep an eye out on this space here. But yeah, so just do it. You know, just start writing songs, start, you know, getting music out there to people, start letting people be aware of you, you know. So yeah, the online thing, if you want to start forming a band, put stuff out at a local music shop, or, you know, online forums and stuff like that, that you're a guitarist or bass player or whatever, looking to, you know, join a band, start hanging, you know, playing with other musicians, join a function band, you know. Just start meeting people who are musicians, and then when jobs come in, if, you know, other guitarists can't do it, they'll recommend you, but don't just try and meet guitarists, you know, because guitarists want to get the jobs themselves, you know. So, you know, start meeting drummers and keyboardists, because a lot of times, you know, especially the keyboard players, a lot of times they're the MD on a, you know, in a band, in a session kind of thing. So if you get in with them, if they need a guitar player, oh yes, Matthew Bellamy, he's good to have, you know, as a guitarist, and then bella bing. So just start meeting people, start doing it, and yeah, see how you get on. Let me know how you get on, mate. Renil asks, hello Mike, love the videos, you are my idol. Oh Renil, what a lovely thing to say. You have always talked about pedals, but you have never talked about processors. What are your thoughts about processors? Would you recommend using pedals over processors, or vice versa? When you say guitar processor, are you talking about, like, you know, like the iRig, like amp software, or you got the multi-effects kind of thing? I've never really gone down that route because I like an organic guitar tone, you know. I'm very old school. For years and years I just literally gigged with a wah-wah and an overdrive pedal, that was it. Last night I was doing a session, actually I put it up on my Instagram and on my Facebook page. Had to reproduce some like 80 songs and stuff like that, kind of note for note, and one of them was Footloose. And you know, I got a great tone with a Strat and a 2-rock amp. Alright, so yeah, they're great, that's a great piece of the gear, but 2-rock cranked up all the way on the clean channel, so the valves were cooking, and no overdrive pedals at all, and I got all that, you know. And also did some other stuff, like some really heavy sounds, just a guitar and an amp, you know. Oh, and I had a reverb tank as well, you know, but still no pedals. So I like that organic sound, you know, of just simplicity. The more stuff you have, the more things that go wrong, and I don't really like that processed sound, you know. If you listen to the guys in the 80s, I'm not a fan of that sound. That's just my personal thing. guys who do like that processed sound probably don't like the stuff I do, you know what I mean? So it's all a personal thing, whatever you like, but you've asked a question personally to me, and it's because it doesn't stir my loins, processors and stuff. So I prefer, you know, to stamp on one, with multi-effects pedals. You know, if I want a phase, I want just a phase pedal. What is, you know, all its energy is focused on just being a phaser, not a phaser, a flanger, a chorus, a reverb, an overdrive, distortion, a wah-wah, volume pedal. That's just not my cup of tea. But hopefully that answers your question, my friend. Next question is from Miguel. Happy birthday, Miguel. As you can see, he's got a bit of a dilemma if he wants a laptop or basically get new pickups for his guitar. So he's asking, what should I do? Either a laptop or fix his guitar? Sorry for my bad English. I'm Mexican. Well, that's a toughie, man. It depends what's more important. I mean, the guitar works, yeah? Your guitar is working. Are you gigging or are you just playing at home? Personally, get your laptop fixed, you know, because then you can watch more videos on me. But, you know, if your guitar is working, get the laptop fixed. That's what I'll do. And then when that's fixed, saved up your money, then get your guitar sorted. Job's done. Let me know how you got on, Miguel, and happy birthday, my friend, even though you probably said that a while ago. Ian Strachan asks, I've been playing for about 14 years and in the last year or so I've been really getting into jazz. However, whilst I'm a fair improviser, I often find it difficult to give my lines a jazzy feel, a la Kotzen, Carlton. After so long playing mainly rock, blues and acoustic fingerstyle, if you'll be able to do a little explanation of how to get jazzier feel to come through in guitar lines, then I'll really appreciate it. Really cool question, Ian. I'm actually going to dedicate a whole video to this very soon. But I will give you some tips. Let me get a guitar. Right, this is a big subject, and like I say, I will dedicate a whole video, but some little tips here. Larry Carlton and a bit of fluff. Larry Carlton and Richie Kotzen do a lot of kind of triadic kind of playing, especially Larry Carlton, where that kind of idea, you know. So, and they're spelling out triads, so like a C major chord has a note C, E and G in it. And then so if I do it here, now if you've got C major pentatonic going on there, right? So this idea, so I'm kind of playing a note, you think of it, play one, miss one, etc. So C, E, G, B, alright, so that's a C major 7 arpeggio. But here, I've got my standard pentatonic stuff going on there, you know. So then that way I can kind of mix and match it. Kind of mix and match it in there. Hopefully that makes sense, you know. So here, that's my C major pentatonic, and then so 3, 7 on the 5th string, 5 on the 4th, 4 on the 3rd, and let's put the D in as well. You know, play one, miss one, play one, miss one. So that's now C major 9 arpeggio. I'm just going up and down it, but you know what I mean. So there, I've got my pentatonic stuff going, and then I've got that idea as well. Just realised I do have a lesson on this on my website, very similar stuff to this, so check out my website as well. And then one other thing you can do is kind of slide it into notes. So again, pentatonics, slide into it. So that way, you got that kind of stuff. So it's very kind of scaly at the moment. I'm kind of purposely doing that. So I'm kind of sliding in to that A there. So wherever you are, go back a fret and slide into it. So I'm in shape 2, 10, 8, 10, 8, but on that 8, go to 7 and slide to the 8. Hopefully that's helped, but yeah, check out my website. I'm sure I've got some kind of arpeggios on there. I've got a lot of lessons on there, so do check them out, and hopefully that helped. But yeah, keep an eye out for more stuff like this on YouTube from me. Billy Zaman, I think that's how you pronounce your name. I've been playing guitar on and off for about 2 years now. My inspiration is Dave Gilmour. Came back to life with a song that forced me to buy a guitar. I started playing Gilmour solo without any prior guitar education. I do have primary knowledge on guitar, but I don't know why and when to play a note, especially when it comes to blues, to the extent that I can play some of Gilmour solos but still can't properly play pentatonic scales. What do you suggest? Should I take a break from solo and start focusing on basics, or should I take on both things together? Take on both things together. So yeah, the problems you had, mate, is that you've been playing licks and you don't know what you're doing, you know? It's like, that's the same equivalent of like learning French words or any kind of language, just like fatigue, right? Learning these words but not knowing how to use it in a conversation. You know, like fatigue, well, that's tired, you know, or buongiorno, oh that's, no, Del Boy stuff, sorry, that's an English reference there. But so you want to know what you're talking about, so you want to know what you're saying on the guitar, you know. So if you just know, what was it? Right, but then, okay, where can I go with that? That's quite a melodic, that's a melodic kind of sound there, you know. Same thing in A minor. You know, you still want to, you want to know where you're going with the guitar, yeah? So get your shapes down, get your pentatonic scales down, know how the pentatonic scales are constructed, and also the major and minor, but still have fun with it, still learn the solos of your favourite players, Dave Gilmour for example, but you want to know what you're talking about, not just saying random stuff all the time. Seb's question is, hi Mike, I play guitar for nearly 2 years now and I'm looking for affordable pedals around 50 quid. Which do you recommend? Seb, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pedals to choose from, so I would say go to your local guitar store and say to the guys, this is my budget of 50 quid, I'm after X, Y and Z, and try out X, Y and Z. And when I say you're after, you know, are you after a distortion pedal, are you after a phase pedal, are you after a wah-wah, are you after a delay pedal, are you after a reverb pedal, or any other modulation pedals, you know what I mean? That's a big, it's a big answer, well, there's a lot of answers I could give, so, but I mean for that budget range, you can't go wrong with Boss pedals. I mean their overdrive pedals are about £39, something like that, or last time I checked they were anyway, but yeah, Movell do stuff. I've got some Movell videos on here, check out my other videos on here, but yeah, just try loads out, mate, because what I might like, you might not like, and vice versa. So, but yeah, you can't go wrong with a good Boss pedal. Everybody needs at least 2 or 3 Boss pedals in their collection because they're so durable, you know, you could throw it out of a plane and it'll probably survive, you know what I mean? So yeah, try out some Boss, why not? Last question here from Chris Duran, and thanks mate for the lovely words beginning here, it means a lot to me, thank you very much. But your question is, I've recently transferred to guitar from drums, which I played for 15 to 29 years. I bought myself an EKO acoustic and a 2003 Gibson Epiphone Les Paul. I'm into blues, old school rocks, stuff like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, B.B. King, Richie Sambora. My question is, I can't seem to get the right sound from Les Paul due to humbuckers, and I feel single coils would be more suitable for the sound I'm after. What would you suggest? I've been offered a Strat, a Richie Sambora signed one, or a Telly. Right, I know what you mean, because I'm a Strat guy, I'm a Fender guy, and when I go over to a humbucker it feels kind of weird at first. Until I got my 345, that is, but still, you know, I'm used to the thinness of a single coil, and the thing is that you can always fatten up a thin sounding guitar, but you can't thin out a fat sounding guitar, if that makes sense. So yeah, I wouldn't get rid of the Les Paul because they're great guitars, you know, and like it's like anything, you know, like they all have their own colours, you know, like a painter doesn't just paint with one colour, you know, and it's like with guitars, you know, so we've got Stratocasters, we've got Telecasters, we've got Les Pauls, we've got 335s, you know, we've got semi-body guitars, we've got solid-body guitars, you know, they all have their own voice. So if you can still keep the Les Paul and get a kind of Strat as well, do so, you know, but I mean you can kind of coil tap the humbuckers and Les Paul and stuff like that, but if you're after, you know, Sambora and Clapton for example, you know, Sambora, he has a, you know, when I think of the heyday in the 90s, you know, like he had a Strat with 2 single coils and a humbucker on the bridge, you know, he had that. But he also used a lot of single coil stuff as well, you know, like a big Telecaster fan, you know, he's all over the Telecaster and P90, Les Paul Jr. and stuff like that. So it sounds like you're after a Strat, mate, and you're not going to get really Strat sounds out of a Les Paul. So if you can keep the Les Paul and get the Strat, I would recommend doing that, you know, and then that way you've got a nice palette of flavours, you know, and if it means you've got to save up a bit, save up, you know. But that's my 2 cents for you, you know. A Les Paul and a Strat sound drastically different. So yeah, it's going to be not as, you know, if the sound in your head is a single coil, you need to get a single coil type guitar. There's my 2 cents for you, matey. Hope those questions have helped, guys. Like I said, submit it to my Facebook page and please like the page and also subscribe and like this video as well. It really, really means a lot. And as always, videos on my channel are every Wednesday and Friday. So I really hope you enjoyed this and I will see you very, very, very soon. Take care. Mike Bradley signing out.